Okay, guys, so we're here to do the weekend wrestling update. So, WWE has officially trademarked their talk show and filed the paperwork for the Tuesday night talk show on FS1 that they want to do starting in October. It sounds like Triple H wants this to be similar to like what UFC did on the Fox network with their TV show, basically going behind the scenes, interviewing the talent. And then they're talking about doing an extra hour of SmackDown Live actually going into next year. So it sounds like SmackDown might actually be more like 3.5 hours long. Um, Also, it's been reported that Sheamus is dealing with a severe concussion issue, so that's why he was not on SmackDown Live this past Tuesday. Um, Also, there is news on Bray Wyatt for all you Wyatt family, uh, gurus and fans out there wondering what Bray Wyatt's going to be doing when he comes back. Well, we actually have some news. It sounds like he's going to be paired up with Nikki Cross, possibly, from what I'm hearing from all the websites online. That, yeah, it sounds like there's going to be some type of a faction or something with him and possibly somebody else from the Raw roster. It might be a whole new Wyatt family. I'm okay if they want to go in that direction because Bray Wyatt needs something to do, honestly, when he comes back. So that would actually make Raw a little bit more interesting. Why not? The stories I'm hearing about Sami Zayn right now is that they're kind of undecided on which brand he's going to end up on. I would prefer him to go to SmackDown so that he can have a rivalry with Kevin Owens and some of the other talent there. That would make a little bit more sense. Um, the Raw ratings were pretty stable this week. The SmackDown ratings were a little bit higher. Um, I actually enjoyed both shows. I thought that they were pretty interesting. Um, and I just look forward to figuring out what they're gonna do with Roman Reigns and the whole Vince McMahon situation going forward. Um, okay, so we have some Impact Wrestling news. Rob Van Dam officially signs his contract. Madison Rayne has signed a new deal for 3 years, so she will be around. It sounds like she will be competing against Tessa Blanchard, and then possibly a rivalry with Gail Kim going into Bound for Glory this upcoming year. So it sounds like they are kind of trying to handle the Alley situation since she's not there anymore. They're pushing Rosemary and Taya Valkyrie and the talent that they have there. I'm actually okay with that. I think that could go over pretty well for the fans. Um, and it does sound like the next pay per view will involve Rob Van Dam again in another match. And then possibly Brian Cage versus Johnny Impact for the World Championship, which actually I think would be a really good match, honestly, going forward. Um, so that's the Impact news. Ring of Honor, honestly, has been doing a great job working with New Japan on these shows that they've been combining on. Um, I just finished watching the G1 Supercard, um, and I was really impressed with it. Actually, I thought it was a great show. Both companies did an amazing job on every single one of the matches. Jay Lethal is still a beast in the ring. He does amazing things as their champion. And I just look forward to what they're going to be doing with PCO and some of the other talent that they've been getting from New Japan. Speaking of New Japan, they've lost three huge stars honestly over the last few months because they've been going to other companies. Koshida obviously signs his deal with WWE, and then some of the other talent as well has left the company and now is in Ring of Honor. So I kind of look at that situation as the talent that goes through the dojo, it stays in New Japan for a while, practices what they need to do, and then comes to the States. However, some people are actually having issues with visas right now to get work here, so that's kind of preventing the contract negotiation issues. AEW news. We'll figure out Cody Rhodes' opponent this week. That's going to be announced. Um, I really like what this AEW situation is right now. They've been signing up so much good talent on the indies, and I'm also hearing that there might be some other talent coming in from companies that used to be um, more involved. Honestly, like I think some former Impact talent is really highly interested in coming and working for Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks. And we already have, the TNT situation announced going forward. Double or Nothing should be an amazing show because there's lots of great matches being booked right now. Um, I really think that wrestling is in a good spot right now. All the companies are doing well. They're signing a lot of great talent. Their matches are getting so much better. Um, and yeah, I just look forward to what's going to eventually happen in the next few years here. I know some people are saying AEW is not going to be very good. I totally disagree because it's like they're doing everything right now. They're building their company from the ground up. They're getting, other talent who were not given opportunities to compete on a high quality level, and they're getting those opportunities. So yeah, I look very forward to what's going to happen in the next, few events here. Um, the last thing I want to do is I want to, give a shout out to one of my favorite wrestlers who retired. Well, I mean, retired from WWE, I guess you can say, and that's Kurt Angle. The guy has worked so hard his whole entire career, um, and I think that WWE did the right thing by letting him, go off in his own way. Um, and actually, some people thought that Corbin match wasn't very good. Um, I kind of disagree. I mean, I thought it was actually a decent match. Um, and some people are also upset about John Cena's situation. I just want to say this right now. Cena has worked his whole career. Um, you know, I think that he's owed time for himself to figure out whether he wants to continue wrestling or he wants to be, a movie star. I mean, look at Batista. He's had a lot of success in the movies. The Rock. I mean, the list could kind of go on, with other superstars. But what I'm just saying is, I think that we need to give Cena his space and just, he'll figure out what he wants to do. Just don't hound him. I mean, we as fans have to respect Cena and for all he's done for the wrestling industry. And so yeah, if he wants to make that decision to walk away and do his own thing, that's his choice. Um, I would like to see him in one last match, but that's just my opinion. Um, you know, I think that him and Velveteen Dream would have an amazing WrestleMania match if they ever wanted to do that. Um, yeah, I mean, the other match I think that would be good for next year's WrestleMania would be The Rock versus Roman Reigns. Um, Maybe like a Triple H versus Randy Orton. Um, I mean, those are just some suggestions. I mean, AJ Styles versus Bray Wyatt, I think, could be a really interesting match if they ever wanted to do that. Um, I think WWE's landscape is going to be so much better by next year because they're going to have so much talent on the roster. I mean, they're going to have to extend the shows to at least 3 or 4 hours. So, what do you guys think? Would you like to see a Monday Night Raw longer or a SmackDown longer to incorporate all the superstars? Do you think the women should have their own show? Just some things I kind of want to point out. That things that I think that might end up eventually happening. Sorry, it's real early in the morning. I haven't even had my coffee. Um, so yeah,